Welcome to Let's Deduce. What's up, guys? My name is Kapum Kalenga. I'm an artist of all genres. I work with arts of all kinds. There's something that I say about when it comes to art. I say something that goes like, a country that does not care for its artists or, help improve the artists is a country with a lost culture, because during this whole process, as an artist creates art, majorly they get inspiration for the time being of what time they're living in. So all this, when you look back in history and you look back in time, you'll find that people have left stories and have told stories throughout the age. It's been writing, that's literature, that's part of art, poetry, and recording history itself. I don't know if that could be considered an art, or which I think is an art anyways. I'll tell you a funny story about why I created my artworks. I started first as with my own wristband, and then I started creating more when I actually realized that there was an interest for the wristbands, and a lot of people asked me about the one that I had, so I started creating more just to see how it's going to go. At the end of the day, I started experimenting with how best to put it together to complete the project of the wristbands and make them a one piece. But throughout the years, as I developed the design for the wristbands, I started developing like the way my wristbands fasten. I tried to find a way to fasten them so that when you close them, they actually, it can stick to your hand and it can stay there. And over the years, I developed a market back home. That's when I started making them. I started making them back home in Zambia. I moved to Finland a while ago, but then I wasn't sure about how the market would be here after coming to Helsinki and living in Helsinki for a little bit. But now I kind of feel very confident that I'll be launching my designs. These are recycled materials that I use, and due to the environmental effects, and I want to connect that to the environmental effects that are happening, and recycling is a major for Funkwish. The word itself is really interesting. The definition of Funkwish is really just like birds that flock together, actually. So it's concerning arts, and majorly arts as a whole. It's arts, anything dealing with creativity. That's poetry, fashion, arts as in paintings, drawings, comics, and all that stuff is all included in this project. Like recently I've been working with caps. I didn't carry any today, but then I've been working with caps that I use. I developed a concept, like how everybody is a king in their own way, and everybody is a queen in their own way. So like your own body, the more definition of the crown concept caps is not about anything dealing with ego, like how egotistic, we human beings can be at times, The crown concept cap actually is not really an egotistic kind of situation. It's more of a self-awareness kind of a thing. Like when people talk about chakras of the body, but then they call the top chakra as the crown chakra. So in that concept, it's a cap. So instead of having like a piece of metal around your head, or a Burger King heart in your head, like most people do, I find the Burger King thing quite funny. But anyways, it's a paper crown. So comic, I've been doing a comic. It's called James and Zumbe, and ever since I started doing it, it's been an adventure. It's been fun to do, and this comic is not yet done because it's still under works, because it's a comic about two kids, James and Zumbe. there are more other kids in there who have different names, but the main characters is James and Zumbe. And these two actually get together. Being street kids, they spend more time in the streets and, don't have anybody to look after them and or anything like that. So they end up being friends, and how they meet is all in the story. And while they become friends, they go through, the lives of being on the streets of, Zambian streets as street kids and trying to eat and everything like that. That's the story behind James and Zumbe. And from that perspective, I think James and Zumbe has been explained, and we are still working on it. It's for the street kids majorly, and every outcome of it will go to the street kids. But I'm doing it, so it's quite fun, like, on the perspective that it is on right now. All right, guys, so let us deduce this matter right now. I've been doing a program called Deduce, and for most people who don't get it, it's just about me talking about certain things that I find interesting, and certain things that I find are important to talk about, and come to an understanding. But then whenever I deduce something, it's just me deducing it, not anybody else. So you could add on to the comments of every conversation, or every debate that comes up on Deduce. You could also add in your views, and we will invite you to also join in whenever we're doing the deducing. Feel free to take part in this deducing, as we call it. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to the program I call Let's Deduce This. Let's Deduce This is just a program that I talk about a lot of things, majorly the things that are concerning me, and the things that are concerning the other people, and things that I find interesting that other people might find interesting. Really, there's no other way through it. Let's Deduce This is just a talk by me, and I share my opinions, and I kind of don't force my opinions on anybody, because my opinions are my opinions and your opinions are your opinions. So let's keep it like that. And you're free to actually come on Let's Deduce and debate about anything. Bring up a conversation that you feel is good to talk about, and it's an open space for debating. And if you have a topic that you'd really like us to talk about, I think you should add it in the comments. And if you've got an opinion on what we're talking about on Let's Deduce, or what I'm talking about on Let's Deduce, you feel free to actually add on your comments on the comment section, or feel free to also add your views on what we're doing or what we're talking about. I kind of feel that Let's Deduce is an open space. So this is to all my friends, and all my friends who are interested in media, and this is also a platform for artists, and this is also a platform for Fanquish. This is also a platform for Radio Live TV. This is also a platform for a lot of other things. But then Let's Deduce focuses on improving what is going on, and finding solutions. So feel free to also take part in it, and it's an open space. And I hope to see you on my next Let's Deduce This. On the next Let's Deduce This, we might just deduce something and find a solution. It's more of Let's Deduce is more of a base of finding solutions to certain issues that we're facing as human beings. So please take part, and find some time to see what we're doing, and find some time to also take part in the discussions and the debates that are going on. And be reminded that this basis is not a place where you come and bring your personal arguments or personal feelings. You might bring your personal feelings, but then remember that Let's Deduce is a free debate space, so people might respond in a certain way, and when they respond in a certain way, or you write something that sounds in a certain way, and people might respond in a certain way. So I'm just here to inform you, to say do not cut any hard feelings, because it's a platform of debate. So we're gonna debate there, and we're gonna find solutions. So do not take it personal. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next Let's Deduce. Thank you, and see you next time when we deduce. Yeah, that works. So let's deduce this.